Go for it! Rabble Rousing. Rabble Rousing. Greetings, everyone. I'm glad to be here, and I'm glad that you are here. We're going to be playing some Magic the Gathering Arena today, as always. These are some of the highlights from our stream, and I really hope you enjoy the games. If you do really enjoy the program, please don't forget to leave a like and subscription. It really, really helps the channel. So without further ado, let's get to the games. I mean, this hand looks good. A little slow, though. You know, we don't do anything until turn 3, but, you know. Fortunately, we're in a less powerful format, so. Start on the plains. Don't want to give away the information that we're on white-black. Scum7, glad you made it, my friend. Glad you made it. Hey, don't mind if I do. Don't mind if I do. Interesting. Weatherlight, huh? I think we've just got to go with the wedding announcement, honestly. But we really don't want this to get countered. Impulse. Okay, that's great. That's great. That's great. All right. So, Scum7. What do you call an alligator who wears a 3-piece suit and fights crime? Well, of course, it would be an investigator. Hazelenka, glad you made it. Welcome to the stream. Appreciate that follow. Let's do combat, see how things go. 13 Werewolf, good to see ya. T-Dog Bro, glad you are here. A gator in a vest? That's right. That's right. All right, let's braids. We can play around a soft counter here. You are, E-Philly, and it's an honor to have you here. Oh, hey, look at that. Thank you. Okay. Well, folks, I think, believe it or not, I think we are... Do we sacrifice the land here? We don't get to do rabble rousing stuff then. Nah, let's pass. We'll see. If they miss a land drop, we will, but I think for now, we'd rather get the rabble rousing down. All right. Adnera might just go with a Ravenous Den. Appreciate that follow. Welcome to stream. Glad to have you. Glad to have you. Well, the deal is, it is iced coffee. I need a lot of caffeine, mashed patty roast. Like I say, I was in the attic all day. It was not a great day. I did not enjoy myself. They haven't counterspelled us yet, so I think we're gonna jam this rabble rousing. And then try and attack here. Oh, interesting. All of this is great, honestly. We're gonna go with the Edgar, though. And get in. Rabble rousing, create a whole mess of creatures. Wow. Our opponent going to kill the braids rather than counterspell the rabble rousing. That is brave. That is brave for sure. Good heavens. Yeah, the attic was not fun, let me tell you. We do mash patty roast, we do. Regularly. Though occasionally we still... No! Okay, though occasionally we do still, you know, go to like Dutch Bros or something like that, right? So, okay, this is kind of a good opportunity to get down both our Jadar and Weatherlight Compleated. If our opponent doesn't have a board sweeper here, then we get to, you know, attack with multiple creatures, at least the one expendable creature here. If they do have a board sweeper, well, darn it. Weatherlight Compleated gets to do some scrying at the very least, right? Okay. Cut down. All right, fine. Hey, that's a good one. That is a good one indeed. And this is combat damage to a player. Let's see. Let's actually go ahead and attack. Yep. Decay trigger, Rabble Rousing. And I think we would rather just draw the cards than than do the damage. I don't think we are particularly close to killing our opponent here. So we're going to scry a land at the bottom, draw a couple more lands, as it turns out. Yeah, all right, fine. And then go ahead and jam this Edgar. Another Edgar, not particularly thrilling, but we're not overly close to that anyway, so it's fine. Silent Labber, good to see you, my friend. User 7234. Glad you are out there as well. Ray, glad you made it. Okay, how does it deal with board wipes and stuff? Great question, Ray676, and I'm glad you're out there, of course. The Weatherlight just lets us scry and then draw a bunch of cards later on. So we don't even care. We don't mind our opponent sweeping our board at all. Because we rebuild so quickly with Rabble Rousing. I was mentioning earlier that Rabble Rousing is the type of card we actually want a lot of. We would play more copies if we could. Well, and that is the reason. Is because of what it does for our deck, right? Ward 2. Okay. Yeah, this is fine. All right. Rabble Rousing, make some dudes. Sphinx. Blocks. Eiganjo. Yes. We will go after Sphinx of Clear Skies. We will pay. Yep. We will trade a 1/1. Our opponent will take 5. Weatherlight Compleated, doing a little scrying, getting more fire counters. Meat Hooks, they're doing work, no doubt. Braids. I think we do want that. And then now we're just going to pass. Not thrilled about getting hit with the Sphinx of the Clear Skies again, but, you know, hopefully. Uh-oh. Silent Labber would like me to get comfy. Sorry, I missed that message there. All right. Yes. Do the thing. Sphinx of Clear Skies. Doing more. All right. And... okay. Opponent gets one or the other. They choose the Meat Hook Master. Hey. That's right, Axelfire. That is definitely the idea. Glad you're out there, Axelfire. If they want to get rid of the Edgar as well, they've got to go X equals 5. Right? Uh-oh, Hickdale says no hat. All right, well, fine, Hickdale. Glad you're out there, my friend. Good to see you. Yeah, Meat Hooks of its own is definitely a thing where we... It was definitely a thing we considered pretty heavily, right? We elected not to do that. But we definitely considered it, right? All right, so we could flip our Rabble Rousing, but I think we would rather just Henrika sack here. Yeah. Not ideal, but it's fine. Yep. We do need to start making some life-linking creatures eventually. But we're also, you know, we're kind of getting aggressive here. Okay. Keep this one. Yep. Opponent gains some life. Scry that Caves of Koilos away. And opponent drops to 8. All right. All right, so no, darn it. I was thinking I could sacrifice and then we would draw cards because I was thinking it was a 6. It's only at 5. This is not where we want to be. I mean, we still do it, right? All right. Scry. Draw. There's the Hostile! No. All right. Yeah, unfortunate. For some reason, I was thinking we were going to be able to draw a million cards there. That does not actually happen. That's exactly what we want, unfortunately. We get 25 million scries, and the card we want is on top. So, I mean, I guess you shouldn't complain, but... you know. All right. Opponent goes back to 19. Edgar makes a lifelinker. And wedding announcement comes down. Do we braids or try and gain the life? I think we want to Takenuma here. So I think we'll just wait. All right. Make another dude. You got it. Yeah. Yeah, if we had one more counter, we would have drawn like 19 cards or something, which was the dream, but unfortunately, not a dream that we got to realize. All right. Takenuma. Get back Henrika. Edgar does the thing. Oh, hey, we draw another Henrika. That's really nice. To combat, each player sacrifices a creature. We're going to choose the non-lifelinking creature. Yep. Little life loss, little life gain. Make an extra dude. Rebuild. Make another dude. Hey, that guy. Hey, get that win. Taste it, opponent. Yes. We will need some black mana, and hopefully we get it before turn 3, but, you know, the wedding announcement, hopefully just something we can do. Yeah, race 676, and it just depends. Like, honestly, I'm glad control exists in the abstract, and when I'm just playing, like, a lot of the time I like to be kind of aggressive. I like green-white little kid. I like mono-green stompy. I even like mono-red some, like, just here and there sort of thing, like, just when I'm playing personally. Because I think being the one that is being proactive, being aggressive, like, that has appeal to me, right? You know, on a personal level. And honestly, in those matchups, you're kind of happy to see control a lot of the time. But when I'm like making content and just, you know, fooling around and trying to have a good time as opposed to just like whatever, I tend to build a lot more mid-range piles, which are much worse against control. So when there's too much control, it is more than annoying. It is obtuse, but alas, it happens. All right, Antoine doing some domain stuff. But so far, only green and blue domain stuff. We do finally get some black mana. But this one has got to be Rabble Rousing. If they're just going to let everything resolve, Rabble Rousing is a card that we want on the battlefield. That's for sure. Onyx Virus, glad you made it. Glad you made it. Crust of Dust, glad you were out there, my friend. Good to see you. I mean, I'm a human being, Onyx Virus, right? So I have my own, you know, nuanced opinions and desires and wants and needs and all that kind of stuff, right? But that's what I mean. Like, if you gave me the option on how to interact with Magic the Gathering in general, I would not play at all. I would build decks and stuff. Like, if you gave me the option, like, I would have people like Reed, Duke, and LSV and stuff play my nonsense piles. But if I'm going to be the one playing, I want to be the one asking the questions, you know? I want to be aggressive, right? So, Thank you, Steino. I get that a lot. Gotcha, Antoine. Gotcha. The fact that it has card draw and or creatures stapled onto it is really good. All right, we're going to hang out of that one. Mama May would like a dad joke? All right, fair enough. All right. Ascendant Pack Leader. All right. Fine. All right. So, Mama May, why can't a hand be 12 inches long? Well, obviously, because then it'd be a foot. I'll have you know, Mama May got that one, for the record. Okay. Dockside Chef, come on down. Let's go ahead and draw with the 2/2. And pass. I'm wondering if they're wolves or if they're just like mono green beats or something. All right. Questionable. You know what? Fine. We'll block. You got me. Another Ascendant Pack Leader shows up. All right, fine. Well, land. Reckoner's Bargain. Oh boy. That's a good one, folks. The question is, do we want to block this Ascendant Pack Leader or not? And I'm not sure we do. Maybe we do. We're going to Rabble Rousing next turn. Yeah, I mean, I guess. Because we're going to get 2 creatures from the Rabble Rousing attack, I guess. They have a 3rd Ascendant Pack Leader. Good heavens. All right, well, fine. Rabble Rousing for... All right, a Weatherlight. That's fine. The Jadar was tempting just so we could swing out with this Jadar as well. Making the extra creature was really tempting, but... All right. Opponent blocks, takes a little damage. Down to 18, you got it. Creature goes away. But then we make another one. Don't mind if I do. That's right, delicious goat meal. Freedom units. Oh, fair enough, Goosebelly. Fair enough. We'll have to check that out. Believe it or not, folks, I think we want to take it here. Though, admittedly, they might be giving their creatures trample soon. Rough. All right, fine. We'll block. We'll block. Jewel Thief shows up. You got me. All right. Well, a second Rabble Rousing for... I think it's got to be Henrika, because I think we're going to need the extra life here shortly. All right. Zombie. Getting in there with a little Decayed action. Jewel Thief blocks our 1/1. Takes 2 more damage. Zombie goes away, but then it's on the way back. Fear not, folks. Yep. Could be Gruul. That's fair. Yep. I am always rousing the rabble. It's true. Though, admittedly, I'm pretty sure that makes you folks the rabble. Just saying. Chatties, appreciate that follow. Welcome to stream. Glad to have you. Jugon defends the temple. Kind of a nasty one there. Opponent thinking about it. I'm not sure, Boxy. What one is that one again? Oh, wedding announcement? Don't mind if I do. All right. Decayed happens. Rabble Rousing happens. Rabble Rousing happens. All right. Opponent, do your bloking. They do just a wee bit of blocking there. And a little bit of damage going to happen. But I guess before that happens, we're going to go ahead and sacrifice our 2/2. Do a little scrying and a little drawing. Dockside Chef, do we want that card? I think we can do better. We'll pass on that for now. Wedding Announcement going to be coming down for the turn, I do believe. Growing up all these creatures. All right, Weatherlight Compleated. Going to do a little more scrying. Wedding Announcement? Yes, that's the one. Give me that. Surrender unto me your wedding announcements. Land. Wedding Announcement. Go for it. 2/2. Wedding Announcement. Draw a Wedding Announcement. 10 power and toughness in citizens alone. Jugon, Defensive Temple. Going to grant some counters thrown around there. And our opponent with lots of power toughness of their own, but darn it, we're sitting pretty as far as going wide is concerned. All right. Hey, Wixos, glad you made it. Briarbridge Tracker, that's a good one. Would be more fitting to... Well, that's fair, hey, Wixos. You're not wrong on that one. All right, well, combat. Each player sacrifices a creature. I guess it's just going to be that one. Yep, do a little scrying. And yeah, I think that's fine. Opponent. How do you feel about that? Weatherlight Compleated online. Go for it! Rabble Rousing. Rabble Rousing. Nitro Vampy. Gotta go ahead and scoop him up. GG, Nitro Vampy. GG. Well, folks, just the one white source and 2 Adelines. Means a little bit awkward, but I think we're gonna keep it anyway. Holy cats, folks. Look at this. Look at this. We are being raided. It's the one Jane bringing in the raid. Welcome in, all of you wonderful folks. My name is John. I like games. What I shink? Glad you made it. Appreciate that follow. Folks, if you've never had an opportunity to follow the One Jame, I'm telling you, you're missing out. One Jame does a lot of standard, but also does some Explorer and things like that. Honestly, to be fair, if the format's on Arena, the One Jame has likely performed at a high level in it. Very, very good player over there. But I want to stress, not the sort of player who is very dry. I'm telling you, One Jame, a consummate entertainer. You will not be disappointed should you go over there and look for entertainment. So thank you, my good friend. What were you playing today? The One Jame. Durian Puncher. Appreciate that. Welcome to stream. Do we block here, folks? With our Adeline? Probably. I think we probably have to. We've got another one. It should be okay. We just want to stay alive is all. All right. MTGA Beast. Glad you made it, my friend. How's life been treating you? Nuno. Good to see ya. 5-color domain in standard. Oh my goodness. That's fantastic. Love it. Would you say that it did well? Let's just get him with the Dockside Chef, eh? All right. New to Magic. What's one of the most important things to learn? Great question. What I shink. And first of all, I think that's definitely a question you ought to ask the One Jame as well. Very, very good player. And the One Jame, relatively new to Magic as well, but came in on fire. Actually came in from another trading card game called Yu-Gi-Oh! You might be familiar. And just immediately picked it up. So as I've been playing for like 30 years, so since 1998, whenever that was, 25 years, I guess. So my perspective might be just a little bit different, but the One Jame kind of freshly coming over from a different game might have a very good insight on that as well. But I would like to say, I think one of the most important things for a new player to learn is when to play spells. And it's not as complicated as it sounds. Just as late as you possibly can. If you have an instant, hold it for as long as you can, right? And like that, right? Typically, that isn't a rule that can always be held to, but just play spells as late as possible to gather as much information as possible. So, gotcha, Ghost Step! Gotcha! GG. Maybe we cut a single braids, or maybe both braids, because it's not real interaction. It just kind of puts a clock on, stuff like that. Yeah. Well, we have one hostile, so we don't draw multiples. I think it's fine. Oh, May, glad you made it. Cut lands. Wow. Axle Fire. Wow. I don't have Arena Premium. You would think, as much money as I spend on this game, I would have Arena Premium, but anytime I cut lands, I get punished. Alright, fair enough, Mama May. I will catch you later. Press Anyone, glad you made it. I kind of think you're right. It's a fun card, Press Anyone. The issue is that it's a May, right? And here's the catch, folks. 3 mana, 3/3. Solid. When at the beginning of your end step, you can sacrifice an artifact, creature, enchantment, land, or planeswalker. If you do, each opponent may sacrifice a permanent that shares a type with it. For each opponent who doesn't, that player loses 2 life. We draw a card. So it's kind of nice, right? We can turn extra lands into cards. We get a clock on our opponent. We hit them. I don't know that it's pulling its weight here, though. I think we might, we might need to cut it. And maybe Meathook is the correct place for it, right? Well, the reason Chef is a 4-of is, first of all, we don't have a ton of sacrifice effects. And of course, again, the Weatherlight Compleated is kind of the point of the deck, right? And it does curve well. We want some number of 1-drops typically, right? Maybe 3 is the better number. So maybe if we cut a Chef and 2 braids, maybe 3 Meathook then. Maybe that's where we want to be. Zumbo, glad you made it. Good to see you. See, and you're exactly right, Obese Giraffe. Admittedly, the cost of them later on is much less than people think, because you can't just cash it in for another card, right? So even off the top late, they're not as bad as a lot of 1-drops are, but you're right. They're, after the first one, it's pretty, pretty forgettable. JBL 2020, what do they got over there, folks? March of Otherworldly Light. All right. I mean, you got it. That does not hurt my feelings. Sunset Revelry, I'm not a huge fan of Steinel because it requires your opponent to be ahead, right? And it is true, gaining some life and stuff is, this deck will often fall behind and we do a lot of chum blocking and stuff, but it doesn't really make creatures when we want it to make creatures, And if if we have 0 creatures on board, it's probably because they swept us. And if they have creatures and we're making 1/1s, it's probably not going to do what we want. It's a much better card, like out of the sideboard and control matchups and stuff. I don't really think it's where we want to be on this one. Yeah, probably true, Deggy. And a reasonable take, I think. Hey, okay. Well, we're going to go ahead and attack with both. I think we would rather have the card than the creature here, because we do need to keep hitting lands. That much, very, very good for us. JBL 2020. I don't know what they've got over there, but they have something. Wedding announcement, come on down. Yep. Draw us a card. Don't mind if I do. Yes, please. There is, in fact, another land drop for next turn. Feels good. Brutal Cathar coming down, going to eat our Resolute Reinforcement. No, oh, just the soldier token, I mean. All right. And JBL 2020, thinking about it. Please? I think they have a protection spell or something, like give a creature a 1/1 counter, or, you know, give a creature indestructible or something like that. And they don't realize they keep getting priority from it. You know? Yeah, it's got to be safekeeping. Okay. Well, I guess Shattered Sanctum. I guess Jadar and Weatherlight Compleated, I think. So it can't be Tamiyo's safekeeping though, right? Or no? It doesn't say creature, right? It's target permanent you control. I was gonna say, I know it's you control. But they can give protection to their lands, can't they? It's got, yeah, it's Tamiyo's safekeeping. It's gotta be. Cyber Klinkos, glad you made it. Yeah. Target permanent you control. Thank you, Obistra. Appreciate that. All right. Opponent's creature does flip. Well, let's just abrades, I guess, and get a Dockside Chef down. It was tempting to go with Adeline here and just get the attack in, but I think braids and Dockside is just going to be the better play here long term, because we do want to be able to get to Rabble Rousing sooner or later. And I don't think we're going to attack. Yep. Boseiju going after our Weatherlight. All right. Yes, we will take the land. Don't mind if I do, please. Actually, not super disappointed by that, honestly. Because we don't, like, I mean, even though the Weatherlight Compleated is kind of the point of this deck, we would much rather have it die than our Rabble Rousing. This is a far more powerful card in the abstract. Now, if our opponent has multiple Boseijus, then, well, all right, you know, whatever. All right, Rabble Rousing going to be coming down next turn. Brutal Cathar does get our braids. It happens. Yep. And Gala Greeters makes it to the battlefield, joined by Voice of the Blessed. All right. These things are inconvenient, but it is what it is. They gain some life. Counter goes on to the Voice of the Blessed. Land, Rabble Rousing. And is it wedding announcement or just more? Yeah, it's got to be more Rabble Rousing, right? Because we are going to just do this. Yep. And fine. It's the point of the deck, folks. It's the point of the deck. Our opponent gets to kill Jadar for free if they want, or Dockside Chef for free. The rest of it will cost them. So I think they will probably just take 8 here. It is Jadar. All right. Opponent drops to 10. Okay. What do you say, JBL 2020? Lunarch Veteran joins the party. Gets a 1/1 counter and another Brutal Cathar. Yep. Gets a 2/2. You got me. And gains some life. Voice the Blessed grows. Lunarch Veteran makes the Voice the Blessed grow. Darn it, we get another Weatherlight Compleated. But that's okay. Yeah, this is fine. All right. So, you know, combat. Let's just go ahead and make a few creatures. Just a few of them, folks. And pass the turn. Yep. JBL 2020 says, not going to give you that chance. And scoops him up. GG, JBL. GG. Agreed. Mercury Dev. Agreed. It's another swamp, folks. It's another swamp. All right. 123 Z-Rock. Glad you made it. Good to see you. I would agree, Z-Rock. I think it is a much better best of 3 deck. It's quite versatile and very mid-rangey. Do we Resolute Reinforcements trade with the Tenacious Underdog? Liliana of the Veil. Probably not. We're probably going to be attacking that.
Nobody knows Dominaria.
Liliana? Gonna go up? Does. You got me.
Don't overthink things.
You got me. Zavlin, glad you made it. Okay. Damage dealt. Reinforcements arrived. Sanctum shattered. Announcement of the wedding happens. Liliana, a little damage taken. Turn, pass. Oh. Get another card. Don't mind if I do. Liliana the Veil going to make us get rid of another Caves of Koilos, looks like. Knight of Dusk's Shadow shows up. Phoenix Rose, hey there. Glad you made it. Glad you made it. One of our fellow streaming buddies. Cashing in Liliana to get rid of a 1/1. Folks, that is not the best, that is not the best value our opponent could have asked for there. But, all right. Phoenix Rose. So, it turns out, one of the most popular places, you know, like the place to be, essentially, right now, cemeteries, believe it or not. Yeah. Turns out, people are dying to get in there. How to be more intimidating? Like, making people trample when they see me? It's a great question. Or tremble when they see. Oh, yeah. He did. He did slapped back. So, how to be more intimidating? It's a great question, Hungry Inventor. I think it's all about confidence. You know, maybe you're a big person. Okay, there's a certain amount of intimidation that just comes with size. But more than being a big person, having an air of confidence about you makes people be questioning about, you know, just how far will this, you know, very large person take this situation, right? Well, you never know. All right, well, Rabble Rousing, I suppose. Another Rabble Rousing? You got me. All right, no attacks. Wedding announcement, going to flip. Next turn, we're going to have quite a few attackers. Makes more Rabble Rousing tokens, and then we can meat hook for a lot, so we'll see. Pete again, glad you made it. Then it's all about just having that confidence to say that this is the way it's going to be, or whatever, you know? But you should know, this is coming from someone who's quite unintimidating, so it's almost certainly bad advice. Just saying, you know. Edgar, Charmed Groom, gets Infernally Grasped. And opponent decides to pump their knight right now. All right, you got it. You got it. All right. Everybody gets in. Well, fine. We will do our best to protect our life total. But also take the prevention of life gain off the board. Definitely kind of nice there. All right, we lose some life. Adeline, come on down. Dude, get on in there. Adeline makes a dude. Another dude created. All right, so we need one more land, right? We have it? Yeah, okay, so Sheoldred can go away in one more in just this, you know, this upcoming turn. We've just got to live one more turn. Not a given, but you know, is what it is. Cut down, kills our lifelinker. Inconvenient. Liliana of the Veil going to come down. Make us sacrifice or make us discard? Does make us sacrifice. You got it. Okay. I mean, no attacks. All right. You got it. Edgar Markov's Coffin. Doing some things. So, Caves of Koilos. And do we just go all out at Liliana to prevent them from punishing us that way? Or do we try and punish their life total? Yeah, this is unfortunate. All right. Adeline, a 9/5. I do believe our opponent is going to have Liliana die here. All right. All right. Liliana does, in fact, go away. And we're just hoping they don't have another Sheoldred, right? All right. Because Tenacious Underdog is going to be coming back, and we don't have a creature to block it right now. All right. Opponent drops to 8. We go to 7. Tenacious Underdog ready to come back. Tenacious Underdog does come back. Down to 6. We take 3. Down to 4. Sacrificed. Opponent gains us a life. They draw a card. Edgar Markov's Coffin creates a dude, flips over, does not have summoning sickness. So let's go ahead, get in. Opponent has cut down on a 1/1, loses a life, and then dies. GG, Gigas94. GG. I do feel like it was a relatively risky line to hook away the entire board there.